This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Thrillist. Amy Lee with Huffington Post did a report on a new form of computerized advertisements that look at who's looking at them and then feed back an advertisement that's very specific and targeted, okay? Now, it's difficult to explain it to you guys without showing you a video. So let's watch the video, and Cenk, let me know whether or not you think this form of advertising is a good idea.
Creepy.
Imagine an ad that changes as soon as you walk past it, because it can see you and it knows your age and your gender. At Immersive Labs in Lower Manhattan, that ad already exists. Immersive has found a way to develop technology that allows ads at bus stops and on billboards to look back at you. Ads that figure out not just your age and gender, but whether you're looking at them, what's going on in the surrounding area, what the weather is like, and more, all with the goal of targeting you for a sale.
It basically looks for features on your face. It divides your face in little squares, identifies feature in each one of those squares, and for example, wrinkles, or for example, the beard or mustaches.
In addition to mapping your facial features, these new ads pull information off the internet to figure out what's going on in the environment, making their targeting even more precise.
We use other information like Foursquare, Twitter, local events to even have a better idea of who is around. So even before I look at you, say, well, there is a Mets game around here, so I probably should do something related to sport.
All right, so you guys get the picture. It almost, it has the ability to look at you, figure out how old you are, what gender you are, and then it throws an ad at you that's very specific and very targeted. But here's my problem with it. What happens if, like, let's say a masculine-looking female walks by it, and then all of a sudden it can't figure out whether or not it's a male or female? Or what if somebody who looks a lot older for their age, someone like Cenk, walks by it, and all of a sudden they put out an ad for diapers for you, Cenk? I mean, that's a little problematic.
What is this? What is this? Anyway, look, to the point of this story, it's creepy, man. It's super creepy. It's like that Tom Cruise movie. It's not the Mission Impossible, the other one. Minority Report, thank you. Okay. And the billboard's looking back at you. I don't want no billboard looking back at me. That freaks me out. And then, to your point, Anna, what if you're looking at the thing and it looks at you and goes, Viagra? I'm like, why do I need the Viagra? It ain't right. No, man. And they're like, oh, don't worry. This is just numerical. We won't store your personal information. Your privacy will be respected. Yeah. How many times have we heard that before? Until, of course, Dick Cheney wants those information, and next thing you know, the billboard company hands it over.
Right.
Now, I don't want inanimate objects looking back at me.
But here's
That's
the thing.
a general rule I have.
No, okay, I could see your concern with it, but I'm actually a lot less bothered by this, because all it does is it figures out whether you're male or female, figures out or estimates what your age is, and then they call it a day. They throw an ad at you, right? And that's basically the gist of it. It's not like you're talking to it or you're giving it more information about yourself. It's just looking at you like any other person on the street would and trying to figure out what your deal is, How old are you? Are you a male or female? That kind of very basic stuff.
Yeah,
I think
buying it.
I think what's more problematic, Cenk, is all of these websites that accumulate all this data about you and then they sell it to a third party. For instance, if you go to Amazon and you're searching for specific things, they keep that information and then they can easily sell that information off to a third party. And Amazon isn't the only website that does this. There are, a slew of other websites that do similar collection of your data. So I think that that's a lot more problematic, because then you have a specific person, you're keeping this information on what they're searching for and what they're looking for online, and that information can be sold off to advertisers. That bothers me. But having some sort of machine look at me and figure out that I'm this extremely attractive 24-year-old girl, that doesn't bother me at all.
Come on, give me a break. Look, you're fine with the billboard until the billboard starts speaking back at you.
Then it's a little problematic, and we're stepping in some hot water, and I don't like it. But
That's next. It's next.
Just calm
Can
down.
I just say, okay, look, one last thing. Let's all acknowledge what an unbelievable genius George Orwell was and move on with our lives.
Oh, George
Man,
Orwell.
did that guy nail it. There's a camera on every corner in New York, and right outside this building, when you step outside, not only are there cameras all around, the billboards are looking back at you. They don't exist in New York, okay? So, it's crazy.
And now we have a new sponsor, Thrillist. They're very cool because they hook you up with really interesting things going on in your town or any town you might be in that you don't know about.
Right. They also let you know where the best restaurants, bars, venues are.
Thrillist.com/TYT.